Hi, everyone. Today is Friday, February 16th, 2018. This is a mountain weather briefing, and we've got a nice storm on the way. So let's take a look and see what's going on here. So, when you look at the winds at about 20,000 feet, this is what you see. And the yellow arrow is roughly the northern Wasatch, maybe a little bit low, but it's positioned a little bit farther west just to show you where that low pressure is coming in as it rolls out over the high. The high is quite small in this instance, and it's out over the Pacific. It opened the door. That's why we've got this low pressure moving in and should produce some good snow. When we look at the Logan Mountains, 6 to 12 inches, this is probably on the low end for this storm. Snow water equivalent is zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.8. It's going to start Sunday afternoon and Tuesday morning. Something to consider, it's going to be very cold with this system once the front comes in, and that's where most of the snow intensity is going to occur. That's sometime around Sunday afternoon. It's about 2 inches an hour at that time, and the snow level at the onset at 5,000, but it's going to drop really fast as that really cold air comes in down to the valley floor. The snow density trends will be decreasing, but not all that much, as it's going to be fast. When the front hits, we're going to get some intense snow, and then it's going to get continually cold, but it's going to be a cold system. We're not going to have that rain kind of thing we've had before. When you look at the winds, they're going to be quite high out of the southwest prior to the front coming through, and then west southwest sometime between Sunday night, Monday morning. It's going to be hitting up to about 90 miles an hour out of the west southwest, and then as that system comes in and veers, we're going to be westerly by Monday at 6 a.m., west northwest by Monday at 12 p.m., northwest really from about Monday evening. But some really intense winds. There's going to be a lot of snow deposit coming out of the west, west southwest, and west areas with the highest winds during this time. And this is for really the entire storm. When you look at the northern Wasatch and what we're looking at, Powder Mountain snow basin 8 to 14 inches, maybe a little higher in some of the favorable areas, zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.9 water. Storm's going to start Sunday afternoon with those high winds, and then it's going to end sometime Tuesday morning. Sunday afternoon through the evening hours is going to be the greatest snow intensity with about 2 inches an hour. Very similar, 5,000 feet with the snow. It's going to go to the valley floor very fast. Snow density trends are going to be light. This is going to be about 6% density snow. There's not a lot of water with this snow, but it's going to add up. But it's going to be good skiing snow. Again, winds about 90 miles an hour, gusting somewhere around midnight into Sunday night into Monday morning. That's something to consider when it's out of the southwest and then veering to the west. So we're going to have some snow loading in those areas. Then we get down to the central Wasatch on the front side. Alta, Snowbird, Brighton, Solitude in those areas. We're going to see 10 to 20 inches. Some of those favorable areas that you see for Alta and Snowbird could see a little bit more. Snow water equivalent 0.75 to 1.25. That 1.25 might be on the high end, as this is a really cold storm. It's going to be low density snow, but nonetheless, that may be where we are. Sunday afternoon, it's going to start and it's going to end Tuesday morning. The greatest snow intensity will be Sunday afternoon at 2 inches an hour, and again about 5,000 feet roughly throughout the northern Wasatch down to the valley floor. And with that very cold system, decreasing snow density trends, but not by much. When we look at the ridgetop winds, again, 90 miles an hour gusting, maybe 70 miles an hour sustained in the same kind of capacity, veering from west southwest to west northwest, and then northwest as that front moves through. And I think that's our biggest thing is we've got to watch out for snow loading with this storm. So when you look at the backside, snow totals 10 to 20 inches. This is Park City, Deer Valley Canyons area. 0.75 to 1.25 inches of water Sunday afternoon. It's going to begin, and it's going to end about Tuesday morning, maybe even a little later in this area, Tuesday afternoon, little spits and sprinkles. Sunday evening is when we're going to see the greatest snow intensity. Peak snowfall rates about 2 inches an hour down to 5,000 feet to valley floor, and decreasing snow trends. But when you think of the winds coming out of west southwest, something to consider if you're going in the backcountry, if you're doing control work. The winds in this area very similar, west southwest to start with, but really about midnight on Monday morning is when we're going to see the highest winds out of the west and west northwest. Things are going to be blowing pretty hard, and then as that front moves through, dropping off. But the winds with this, it's not so much water, it's cold temperatures. The snow is going to pile up, but it's going to be about 6% density, but we're going to have wind loading with that. When we get to the Uinta Mountains on the western side, up near Windy Peak, snow totals 8 to 16 inches, about 0.6 to an inch. Storm's going to begin Sunday afternoon, maybe a little earlier, little spits and sputters. Storm ends Tuesday morning, and the greatest snow intensity about the same for the rest of this. 2 inches an hour at about 5,000 feet down to the valley floor, with snow density trends decreasing. So it's a nice storm. It's a cold storm. Really light snow, 6%. And the winds will be piling up again. Maybe even about 80 miles an hour in this area. West, southwest, southwest is where it's coming out of. So anticipate wind loading. North, northwest, we're still going to have some high winds as things get shifted around. But, we could use this storm badly. We could use a lot more like this. So there's the contact info. If you've seen these before, Facebook, Twitter, there's me if you need it. And I highly recommend you go to the Utah Avalanche Center website. They have great stuff. They have great reports. They can give you all sorts of information. We've had a lot of scary slides this year. There's some scary layers underneath there. So go to the Utah Avalanche Center's page. Take a look. Get a coffee before you go. Take a look and see how it goes. This is Brian McEnany, hydrologist with the National Weather Service. Be safe out there, and we'll wait for the next storm. Thanks again.